Okay, I know what you're gonna say. Another book haul from The Good and the Beautiful, but let me explain. The Good and the Beautiful came out with their summer reading program back in May, and I'm saying that because I have no idea when this video is going to get out there. Let's be honest, I'm a homeschooling mama. I do all the things. I edit late at night when everybody's asleep, so let's be honest. Getting back to the topic at hand, I was perusing some of the books in their bookstore, and I noticed that they had several new titles that we did not have in our home. So of course I had to pick those up because my daughter loves reading all the books from The Good and the Beautiful. And then I did pick up one more thing from their curriculum that I had been on the fence about, and so I went ahead and got that too. So let's just take a look at all of the wonderful goodness that I got this time.
Losing my mind, losing my mind, losing my mind. Now you're gone. Why did you cut me up, bring me out, and leave me high and dry?
Welcome back to our channel, guys. I'm Samantha with Pit Pack Adventures, and if you are interested in homeschooling content, world schooling, travel, and adventure, this is just the channel for you. So don't forget to subscribe if you want more of our content. Today we are talking about The Good and the Beautiful. This is hands down my favorite curriculum company. I've been homeschooling for over 5 years now. This fall we will be going into our 6th year of homeschooling, and this company has been such a blessing in our lives. We love everything that they put out, but today I am specifically going to be unboxing some of the books from their bookstore, some of their new releases, and one bit of curriculum that I just went ahead and purchased for one of my children, and you're gonna have to stick around to the end to see that one, but it is a good one. So without further ado, let's start the unboxing of all of these books that I'm so excited to get into. Now, I just want to be completely honest. You can tell this box has already been opened. I tried to keep my 8-year-old out of it. I just couldn't though. She loves to read. She reads all the time, and she reads so many books from The Good and the Beautiful. She knew that this order was coming in. She knew some of the items that I had gotten for her. Some of them were a surprise, some of them were not. So she was very adamant about opening it up, and I can't not let her. So I will have to say there are a few things that have already been read in this box, and we've only had this box for about a week now. So here we go. Okay, so the first thing that I picked up Beth's Sheep Ranch. Now, this is a four book box set, and this is for level 1A. So this is going to be for your first grade reader. I picked these up specifically for my son because he's going to be in the first grade next year. My daughter, see, how cute is that? How cute is the packaging that comes in? And it's not a flimsy box, it's a very sturdy box. So this has 4 books in it. We have the yak, the fox, the pond, and the deer. My 8-year-old has already read all of these books. These are very easy reads for her, and she loves to read books at all kinds of different levels, and of course I let her. So even though these were for my first grader next year, she has already read them. She said they were wonderful. So these have already been read, but that's the first item that I picked up. Now, next thing that I have in this box is an example of the summer reading program that The Good and the Beautiful puts out. Now, like I said before, I'm not sure exactly when this video is going to come out, so I don't know if this is going to be available, but I do know that it is available through the month of May. Now, all this is this is a reading log that they will send you. You can go on their website. They have 3 different categories of books that they are giving out for free. I think they're giving out upwards of 100,000 books away for free. All you have to pay is shipping, which I think is $1.99. And so, as you can see, she's already completed one of them. Her goal was 5 books. She's already completed her 5 books. She is like a machine when it comes to reading. So, and they give you This is the inside of it. They give you this set of stickers. There's also a bookmark that comes with it as well. As you read your books, you get to put your stickers anywhere that you want on this brochure. So, she wanted to read 5 books. I'm probably going to increase that because she has started on her second reading log already. And I mean, I think she has probably already completed this also. She just has not written the books that she's read in the reading log. So this is the bookmark, this is the stickers, and she just reads all the time. So I am constantly having to pick up new books, and she has a whole shelf of books that are specifically for her to read. Now, one thing before I continue, one thing that I do want to say about this company, because I do have a daughter that reads all the time, I do not have the time or the capacity to go through each and every book that she reads before she reads it. Like, I cannot do that. I don't have the patience or the time for that. So I have to choose books from companies that I trust. The Good and the Beautiful is one of those companies, and that is why whenever they do come out with something new, I do pick it up, whether it's a level that's below my readers or above my readers, because at some point I'm going to have a child that will read that specific book. It might be a year from now, it might be 2 years from now, or it might be something that can be repurposed for the next child that's coming up. I have 3 children that I homeschool, so these books are going to be well read by the time my 3rd child goes through all of these books. And so I have to be very intentional about the books that I do give my children, because I want them to be good literature, good content, and I'm very, very aware of the things that I put in front of them. So The Good and the Beautiful is one company you do not have to worry with. Whether you homeschool your children or whether you do not, whether you're just looking for readers to pick up for your children in the summertime, if they go to traditional school, or if they go to a private school and you're just looking for literature for them that you do not have to worry about, that you want to put in front of them to read for the summer or to read on the weekends or in their free time, this is a good company to think about. Okay, the next thing I picked up. This was their new release. This is Lantern Lane, and this is book 1. Now, I have been looking at this one, and this is one of the readers that we picked up in the summer reading program. It is a bit above my daughter's reading level. It's geared for grades 7 and 8. I have flipped through it, and I think that she's going to be just fine with it. Of course, there will be some words that she's probably going to have to come ask me what their meaning is or how to pronounce them, and I'm fine with that. I find that if we allow our children to read above the level that they are at, it pushes them, it encourages them, it challenges them to read books that they may not be comfortable with, and that's okay. So, she has not read this yet. This will be whenever she chooses to read it. And this is one of their new series that they have put out in the past year. So that's that one. Now, the next 3 books that I got are the series A Dog Named Sniff. Now, this is book 4, this is book 5, and this is book 6. Now, we have all 3 of the first books. We've already read all 3 of them. This is geared for a 1A student, so a first grader. These will be for my son next year. So now we have the complete series. This is a series of 6 books. Very good series, a very sweet series. And these 3 books have already been read by my daughter as well. Somebody's texting me. Okay. That's my daddy. Hey Daddy, if you watch this video, I just got your text. I'll text you back in a minute. Okay, next thing that we got. Violet and the Volcanoes. Now this is also a new series that they have put out. This is book 1 and book 2. We have not read these yet, but I am super excited about this because anything having volcanoes, it just interests me. Now, I'm probably going to tell my daughter, please read these and tell me what they're all about, because the one thing that she does do when she gets done with the book, she's so excited about what she's read, and she comes to me on her own and she tells me all the details about this book that she's just read, and I love having those times and those moments with her, because I feel the same way about the books that I read, and when I finish reading one, I just want to go and talk to somebody about it and tell them everything that I've read and how excited I am. But most of the time, I don't have that person to talk to about my books. So it's nice to have, it's nice that she has me that she can kind of divulge all of that information to, because I know how it feels not to have that person in your life that just reads all the time like you do. So maybe one day she and I will have each other and we can kind of tag team on the books that we've read. But okay, so back to the issue at hand. Violet and the Volcanoes. I'm very excited about this one. This is for a level 5 reader. Once again, I don't think that my daughter's going to have any problem reading these books. She's going to go into the 4th grade next year, but she is very, I would say, advanced in her reading for her age, because she does read so much. And I don't want to keep harping on that, but it's just the truth, and it's just our life. So I pray and I hope that her brother follows in her footsteps, because for me, at a very early age, I just found that reading, it opened up so many doors for me, and I love to read so much. So I'm so glad that my daughter has developed that love for reading as well, and I pray that my other 2 children do, because if you read, you can learn so much. Okay. Next 3 books that I have. So these are Facts About Forest and Jungles, Facts About Stars and Planets, and Facts About Trains and Planes. Now, this is for a 2A reading level, so this is going to be for your 2nd grader. My daughter loves to read these. We have all of the facts about all of the different series that they have facts about books. She's read all of them already. They're very good learning books. They're very good books to pair with a unit study if you're using one of the Good and the Beautiful's unit studies for science. They have so many. This would be good to pair with a unit study of your own. If you're a mama or a homeschooling parent that does your own science units, which I think is absolutely fantastic, so creative. And this would be a good series to look into if you're going to be learning about any of these things. There are probably 8 or 9 different books that they have put out, facts about just random subjects. Take a look. They're very good. And my daughter loves reading them. Okay, next series, that is a relatively new series also put out by The Good and the Beautiful, is Flip and Flop. These are so cute. These are geared for a 1A reading level, so a 1st grader. There are 3 books so far to this series, and I picked up all 3 books. So this is book 1, Flip and Flop. This is book 2, more of a winter setting. And then book 3 looks like more of a farm setting. So my daughter has read all of these so far, and I'm going to bring her in, I think, on the very end of this video and let her kind of pick out what was her favorite book in this haul that she's read so far, and kind of give y'all a feel of what these books are about. But those will be for my son also for next year. Next series is Pinecone Hill. Now this is book 2 of Pinecone Hill, and this is book 3 of Pinecone Hill. We already have book 1. We've had book 1 for, I don't know, a year or 2 already now. It's one of our older books. But I saw where they had put out 2 new books in this series, so I had to pick them up. My daughter is banging on the door, my 3-year-old, to get in. I don't normally film in this room of our house, but I had to just because all of my children are here today. And so I think they know that Mama is like holed up in one of the bedrooms and they're trying to get in. But this is life. This is real life. Okay. Let's just try to push through. Okay. The next thing is a Billa and Ella mystery, and this is Mystery of the Silver Ring. Now, I'd asked my daughter, because honestly, when I do these hauls, I don't remember what I've ordered. And I know that this is a series put out by The Good and the Beautiful. We have all of the previous books that are associated with this series. So this was the only book that we did not have that came with this series that they put out that was new. So I grabbed this. It is for a 1B reading level. So more of the end of first grade, starting of second grade. And she's already read it. She said it was great. So that was the only new one that we needed of that series. Now, this was the book that she was just chomping at the bit to get into. And this is the whole reason why I let her open this box before I did the unboxing video, which I guess it's not really an unboxing anymore. Well, more for you guys than it is for me. But this was the book that she was so excited to get. And she specifically asked me to get this book because at the end of all of the Good and the Beautiful's books, it has these, well, this one doesn't. I say that. At the end of some of the books, it gives these little suggestions on what you could pick up in the future for your reader. And so she had seen this particular book at the end of one of her other Good and Beautiful books that she had read. And this was Mary Helen and the Black Pony. So my daughter loves anything associated with horses, wildlife, animals, farm animals. She is an animal lover at heart. And so this was the one she was excited to start reading. And as you can see, there is a bookmark. She's about halfway through. And this is for a 2B reading level. So this is cute. So she is currently reading this one. Or I assume she is. She might just have that bookmark stuck in there. I don't know. I'm going to have to ask her if she read the whole thing yet. Okay. Okay, so this is the last series that I picked up, and then I'm going to show you that one piece of curriculum that I ordered. So this is a new series also put out by The Good and the Beautiful. It makes me so happy when they put out new books and new series. This is Tim and the Fish Shop. So this is also for a 1A reading level. A lot of these are for the youngers, the littles in your life, and that's okay. So there are 4 books so far in this series. So this is the Egg Stand. This is Tim and Anne. This is the Big Storm, and this is the Duck Rescue. Now, I'm not sure if these have been read yet or not. I'll have to ask her. So, that is all of the books that I got so far from The Good and the Beautiful. I think it's pretty safe to say that we have most of their books. I think I would be hard-pressed to find a book that we did not have in their collection. We're just always in need of books, and it's honestly really hard to find these books used because they are so new. This past week, I had the opportunity to go down to the Homeschool store, which is based out of Houston, Texas. It's a little bit of a drive for us, but I love going to that store because they just have so much stuff that you can pick from. And I'll have to show you guys in maybe my next video what I actually picked up for our new school year. I got a lot of great resources for really cheap prices, but they never have The Good and the Beautiful. Like, they just don't. They don't have much of The Good and the Beautiful. I asked about Generations because Generations Homeschool is another really good curriculum company that I love purchasing from. And she, the lady at the store told me, she was like, we do occasionally get in a Generation Science or History, but it's gone. Like, it flies off the shelf. And she told me, she was like, I told my owner that we really need to start, purchasing that curriculum to sell it, to have for homeschool mamas, because it is in such great demand. And I think as these new companies start coming out, and as us homeschool mamas start slowly realizing how great their resources are, they are in such a need. And so I think they see that at the homeschool store in Houston, that they need to start carrying some of these other companies as opposed to the companies that might have been around for a while that everybody just kind of knows what to expect from them. These up and coming curriculum companies are really mixing it up a bit, and I love to see that. But this is the last bit that I got from The Good and the Beautiful. And if you watched any of my other videos on The Good and the Beautiful, you will know that this is the one thing that I was on the fence about. This is the Little Hearts and Hands. the Big Book of Science stories, and this is their Bones and Stones science curriculum. Now, I was on the fence about this. I did not purchase this when I purchased all of our curriculum for the new year. I will have a first grader and a fourth grader next year. I was on the fence about it just because we have all of their previous Little Hearts and Hand Sciences, and we're currently doing Fields and Flowers. And the next one that I really wanted to go into was Sparks and Stars. But I feel like I have a little bit of an unschooling process going on here because my son is passionate, to say the least, over dinosaurs. He loves anything associated with dinosaurs. So, and he's been that way for about a year now. So I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, you know, for something to spark his curiosity and kind of go in the direction of what he actually wants to learn right now, I really need to pick this up and do it with him. And my daughter is going to love it as well. And so that's what it was just on my heart to do that. So I was like, you know what, we're going to do this next. We're going to finish with our Fields and Flowers, and we're going to start Bones and Stones because this is what he wants to do. I need to capitalize on his interest right now and do something that he is passionate about. Let him learn about it. That's the whole premise behind the unschooling mentality, is to just kind of jump and capitalize on whatever your kids are interested in that moment because they actually want to learn about it. So that's what we're going to do with him after we do Fields and Flowers. We are still trucking along in our homeschooling journey for this year. We are year-round homeschoolers, so our summer school isn't going to look very different from what we've been doing for the rest of the year, and we will finish up in August and start our new curriculum for 4th and 1st grade. Okay, so before I let you guys go, I wanted to bring my little 3rd grader here. She is the one who reads all the time, and she has already read so many of these books that I've showed you guys today. And we have a bit of a fracture going on. We go to the orthopedic doctor this next week, so if you don't mind, please say some prayers for us that we will get taken care of and that we will heal fast and free of infection. We have a testimony about that. This is not the first fracture that we have had, and maybe as the weeks go on, depending on what happens with this, I may share that with you guys. It's a very powerful testimony that she's already been through. But yeah, so we're back again. So we would appreciate any prayers that you could lift our little one up. We would appreciate it. So, okay. So, have you finished this one yet?
Not yet.
Okay, so she has not finished Mary Helen and the Black Pony yet.
I just started that one.
How is it going though? Do you like it?
It's going really good.
You like it so far?
Yeah, I like it because she has a horse.
Yes. So this baby right here is dying for a horse. Okay, so out of all of the books that you have read here so far, which one has been your favorite? Now, I know you haven't read Violet and the Volcanoes. We haven't read these yet.
I'm really excited for Violet and the Volcano. I'm really excited for book 2, Alone in Iceland, because I'm wondering if she's just a child and she's like abandoned in Iceland.
Oh yeah, that's
she's
in
Iceland.
Alone.
Yeah.
It looks like it. I don't know if she's alone though. It might look like it, but I hope not.
Well, it says she's alone in Iceland.
Oh, does it?
It says alone in Iceland.
Well, I know that. Okay. It says Violet and her parents were on a research expedition in Iceland when a sudden booming explosion shakes the earth. They rush outside their tent to see black smoke and ash billowing into the sky. The volcano is erupting. The Thatchers must escape before they are trapped. The rivers are flooding and the terrain is treacherous. One wrong step could send a foot plunging into razor-sharp rocks. When the unexpected happens, Violet has to summon all of her courage and faith. Yeah, so maybe she gets separated from her parents.
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
Oh my, yeah, that summary was very, I kind of want to read it.
Strong.
Very strong. Okay, so this one is your favorite?
Yes.
Okay.
But the ones that I've already read, I'd have to say Cone Hill would have to be my favorite. The ones that I've all read, and the Mystery of the Silver Ring was really good too. But I'd have to say Pinecone Hill.
Okay.
Pinecone Hill was
So
really good.
this was really good, and
I like book 2 and
that was really good.
3.
Book 3 also.
Book
3 also. Okay. What about the Badger Hills Farm series?
Oh, that was amazing.
Okay. Well, there you go.
That was amazing.
I'll have to put a picture in this area somewhere of the Badger Hills Farm series.
That was really good. It got me exciting.
There's 6 books in that series, and she's read 3 of them so far. And if you are using The Good and the Beautiful Level 3 Language Arts, it ties into the first reader that you're going to read with your child, or that you have read with your child. It was called Timothy of the 10th Floor.
So
And it ties, the Badger Hills Farm series ties into that book. It's like a continuation of that first reader, Timothy of the 10th Floor.
So if you do have that reader, and you can look in the back, and the first Badger Hills Farm book would be Timothy of the 10th Floor. But then, if you were counting going on to Badger Hills Farm, it would say continue the mysteries with Timothy and Zoe on the Badger Hills Farm series. It's like a 6 series.
Yeah, 6 book series. So
And if you ask me, the most tongue twister book would have to be Flip and Flop.
Flip and Flop.
It's
a tongue twister.
Yeah, it's a tongue twister.
Flip and Flop. Miss Jenny Phillips wrote that one. Jenny Phillips is the founder and the creator of The Good and the Beautiful, and she also has a very good testimony about The Good and the Beautiful, and how she started her curriculum company, and how she never intended to start one, but that's just where the Lord led her. I feel like my mantra these days has been the verse where it says, that man makes his plans, but God directs his steps. I feel like that is, and I know this video is getting a bit long, but I feel like that has really been a verse here lately that I'm just kind of seeing everywhere. I'm either hearing about it, I'm reading it, I'm seeing it, and so much so, let me just get this, so much so that this verse has just been like engulfing me lately. I saw this at the store the other day, and I just sat there for a minute. And I probably sat there and looked at this sign for probably a good 5 minutes, and just sat there reflecting on what this verse means to me right now in this season of life. We have a lot of big changes coming for our family. We feel like that God is really trying to move us in a different direction. And so this verse is very special to me right now.
And I just want to say something before I do go, and we do end this video. If you do have first graders, I would recommend this book series. It's Best Sheep Farm. It's a 4-book series. And if you do have a first grader, this would be something easy for them to read.
That's
so
right.
I'd recommend this.
Okay, so that's a good recommendation
look at it.
For your first grader. And my 3-year-old is hollering, so hang on a minute. So because my daughter did her little bit on camera, my son wants to come on and show you guys his robots that he just built. So
Here's one of them. It's mostly not a robot. You just can make stuff out of it. It has a propeller on the bottom, and it has an eye on it. My sister built it, but it's mine anyway, since these are mine. So these are the little arms.
Yeah.
It's my water dispenser. It just broke. I was struggling trying to put it back together. So when it's a rover, all you do is crank it, and then these are like the wheels.
Good job.
So and when you say water to it, it squirts out water right here.
Okay.
And right here on the back, this blue part.
Okay. Tell them bye, okay?
Bye-bye.
Okay, so that is all of the books that I have for this Good and Beautiful book haul, but I also just want to reiterate the fact that I love this company so much for their readers, for their books that they put out. My daughter and I did a lesson in her language arts book with The Good and the Beautiful. It's level 3 language arts. that was last week we did this lesson, and it was a lesson on books and how some books you read have such encouraging and trustworthy and just great literature. They're just great books. They're living books. And then you have some books that are very, they're not good books. And so it was comparing one of the Good and the Beautiful books to another book that has sold over 50 million copies in the United States. And the one thing about the Good and the Beautiful that I love is that it kept comparing these two books, but it never once mentioned the title of the book that had sold 50 million copies, that had things in their book like disrespecting their parents, fighting with their siblings, lying, being mean to people, bullying, all of these just negative just content in this book that had sold this many copies. Never once said what the title was, but it was comparing that book to one of their books that they put out and how their books are full of encouraging, Christ-like, trusting, courage, responsibility, gratitude, being thankful, being compassionate towards others, respecting your parents, respecting authority, loving your siblings, how to be charitable, how to be compassionate, just all of the things that are good and true and beautiful in our lives, and how that is the stuff that we need to surround ourselves with. And we need to be very aware of the literature that we put in front of our children, just like we need to be fully aware of the media that they consume, the music that they listen to, those lyrics. Oh my goodness, it's just saturating their little brains, their little minds, their little hearts and souls and spirits. The friends that they surround themselves with, the people that they surround themselves with, they are in such a formative age where every little bit and piece of their life is making up who they're going to be as a person. And we need to be very on top of it as parents. Even if we are homeschoolers, we have to be engaged with what our kids are taking in on a daily basis, whatever that may be. So I'm very aware of what I put in front of our kids to read, to watch, to listen to, who they're around. And The Good and the Beautiful is one company that I do trust to do it the right way. Now, with The Good and the Beautiful, I also just want to tell you, I am in no way affiliated with this company. I don't receive anything free from them. I have no links. There is nothing for me to push this company, other than the fact that I'm a homeschooling mom, just as I'm sure you are if you're watching this video, and I want to share with you the things that have impacted my homeschool, the things that have impacted our life, the things that are good, the things that we use, the things that we trust. And so that is specifically what I'm doing for you. I want to tell you that anything that I have seen from this company in the past 5+ years, nothing has been a red flag to me. And so if you are looking for anything like that today, I will leave their company linked down below, their website, and you can peruse and see if you want to pick up anything for yourself or your family. And I'm also going to put some links down below of some of our homeschool must-haves, our homeschool favorites that we are just... We couldn't do homeschool without these things. So I'm going to put some of those down below if you're interested. And I thank you so much for being with me today and for watching this video. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.